Cross country takes a top 5 finish.
And football team finally picks up their first win.
All this and more coming up on the Penguin Rundown.
Hello and welcome back, Penguin Nation, to another episode of Penguin Rundown. I'm your host, Richardson, here with my friend Taylor Namick. Taylor, it's your first time hosting. How's it feel to sit in that chair?
I'm very excited. I did my time doing the past 2 weeks, the play of the week, so I'm very excited to be up here.
We're very happy to have you here, and we have a lot of news and things to get to today, but I'm pretty sure you're going to start us off with cross country, right?
Yep. The cross-country team competed in the Auto Owners Spartan Invitational in East Lansing, Michigan, last weekend. The men's put on a star-studded performance with 2 runners, senior Ryan Sullivan and Alan Burns, both finishing in the top 10. The men's team finished 5th overall out of 21 teams. Sullivan placed 4th with a time of 25 minutes and 9.8 seconds. Burns finished 8th with a time of 25 minutes and 22.8 seconds. As for the women's team, freshman Mackenzie Scott was the team's top finisher for the second straight week in a row, posting a time of 22 minutes and 28.6 seconds to finish 29th. The team will now drive to South Bend, Indiana, Friday for the Joe Pine Notre Dame Invitational, followed by a trip to Akron on Saturday for the All-Ohio event.
The women's golf team will be teeing off this weekend at the Nittany Lions Invitational in State College, Pennsylvania. Junior Caitlin Shutt hopes to keep her hot streak alive, as it was only a few weeks ago when her and her team smashed multiple school records at the One Zane Schwartz Invitational. Be sure to check out YSUsports.com over the weekend for updates on the event.
The football team returned to the Ice Castle for Week 3. The Gwens took on Valparaiso Crusaders for their last non-conference game of the season. The Gwens were led by quarterback Montgomery Van Gorder and running back Tevin McCaster. Van Gorder led the air attack with 202 yards and 3 passing touchdowns, while McCaster punished the Crusaders on the ground with 141 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. The Penguins' defense was suffocating as they held the Crusaders to a slim 7 points. The final score would come to 42-7, giving the Youngstown State their first win of the season. The Gwens have a bye week coming up this Saturday, but they will travel to Western Illinois to take on their first conference match of the season against the Bulldogs. Kickoff is set for 4 p.m. Tune in to 570 WKBN or watch live on ESPN3.
It was a big win for the Youngstown State football team last weekend, and along with that came Tevin McCaster breaking the 2,000-yard rushing mark in his career. Matt Ganser and Richie Giuliano caught up with Tevin to find out what it means to him to finally reach that mark.
Football season is underway, and it is clear that running back Tevin McCaster is prepared for another breakout year. During the victory against Valparaiso, McCaster joined Youngstown State's exclusive 2,000-yard club.
It means a lot coming here as a walk-on and working my way up to a starting role. It means a lot to me, and I appreciate my line, I appreciate the coaches and my team. Oh, it was awesome, to do it here at the Ice Castle in front of the fans. The fans, they gave us a lot of energy, so shout out to the fans because we play off of them.
Conference play looms right around the corner for the Gwens. Tevin and the team aim to make a run deep into the playoffs.
Team's mentality heading into conference play is simply work hard and win and show we belong in the playoffs.
When it comes to running the ball, McCaster breaks down the science of being an explosive runner.
All right, my mindset when I'm getting the ball, first, you got to recognize the defense. Recognize the defense, and then after that, I wait for it to develop. I wait for my linemen to get the guys that they're going to get, and then the hole's going to open up. And if it's not a hole, I got to bang it and make something happen.
McCaster has achieved the 2,000-yard mark, and it is very clear that the number will climb as the season progresses.
Thanks, guys. Now, this past weekend, the volleyball team traveled just an hour down the highway to compete at the Zips Invitational in Akron, Ohio. Unfortunately, the team was unable to pick up wins over Akron and Toledo, following the scores of 3-1 and 3-2, respectively. Junior Giovanna Kuntz and sophomore Margot Thompson had strong showings over the tournament, as Kuntz was able to collect 86 assists and Thompson picked up 24 kills and 22 digs. The team will travel next to Cleveland State to take on the Vikings on Friday. First service set for 6 p.m.
The soccer team played twice this past weekend, but were unable to pick up a win. Friday, the Penguins opened their league play with a loss 1-0 versus Milwaukee, and on Sunday, lost again 6-0 against Bowling Green. The women hope to turn their luck around and bounce back on Saturday when they play Northern Kentucky. The Gwens will return Wednesday to host Cleveland State. You can catch the game on ESPN+.
The men's tennis team opened up their fall schedule at the River Forest Intercollegiate this past Friday through Sunday. Danilo Veremichik and Yassi Dahan advanced in singles play to the Flight Championship, and newcomer Eric Grand picked up 3 wins of his own. Luke Persner and Vasilis Vardakis highlighted doubles play and would reach the finals at number 2. Veremichik advanced in number 1 singles with wins over St. Louis' Oscar Pachon and UIC's Nico Wasilowicz. During finals, he will lose to Valparaiso's Brandon Akana. Dahan will also reach the finals with wins over Detroit Mercy's Adam Zykowitz and Valparaiso's Daniel Langston. Dahan was eventually defeated by Eastern Illinois' Nick Marino. We'll see the men's team back in action at the Toledo Invitational September 28th through the 30th.
This weekend, the women's tennis team will serve up the beginning of their season. Friday, they'll participate in the Akron Shootout for the 3-day event. They'll be competing against the Zips of Akron as well as the Cleveland State and Louisville. Coming off of their 5th straight championship, a lot is expected of the Gwens this year. Good luck to the women this weekend and the rest of their upcoming season.
On Monday, men's basketball head coach Jared Calhoun announced that Brady Tranquil will join his coaching staff as an assistant coach. Tranquil amassed a 149-102 head coaching record during his time at the Garden City and Dodge City community colleges. He was an assistant coach at the College of Eastern Utah and Seward County Community College, spending 2 years at each program. Head coach Calhoun was quoted as saying that Tranquil will help us in all facets of the game, including on-floor coaching, scouting, recruiting, and player development. Well, time for the best part of the show, the Penguin Player of the Week. We have another newcomer joining us now, Monica Kurgan. Monica, how you doing over there?
Thanks, guys. It's time once again for Penguin Play of the Week. We take it out to Stanbaugh Stadium where the football team faced Valpo. Let's see what happens. Valpo's quarterback takes the snap, looks to throw it down, but instead it's picked off by a diving catch by Armand Delavade. Congrats, Delavade, on a great interception. Connor, Taylor, back to you.
Thanks, Monica. Well, that's about going to do it for us here at the Penguin Rundown. Make sure you follow YSUsports.com for news, highlights, and more. And follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat at Penguin Rundown 1. I'm Connor Richardson.
I'm Taylor Nemec.
And we'll see you guys next week.